Well, that was way too close for comfort. The Dolphin preseason game just ended. They beat the Atlanta Falcons 20-13, and that final play from Atlanta, man, it really could be called either way. It was a difference of milliseconds. They called it incomplete on the field, and so it stands with just not enough evidence to overturn. But it is finally Dolphins football here. So let's kind of go through kind of some of the things I saw. Before we do, subscribe if you're new. A bunch of videos like this throughout preseason, throughout regular season. There's going to be live streams, play-by-plays, every primetime game, every Dolphin game, and the other big-time game. I'll try to do as much as I can. All right, start off with this in the first quarter. Skylar Thompson got the start for the first half. I thought he played pretty well, at least in comparison to Mike White, but we'll get to it later. The main thing is the defense. We're going to talk about the defense first, and throughout the entire game, the first quarter as well, the defense looked really good. I know it's preseason, everything is with a grain of salt, but I really liked how the defense looked. The run defense looked a lot better than it did last year. Had some concerns about the pass defense, but again, it's preseason, grain of salt and all that. But even then, a lot of rookies surprised me. Patrick McMorris is the main one. I'm pretty sure he led the team in tackles tonight. He played incredibly well. Storm Duck had a bunch of had some pretty good pass breakups and coverages there as well. Ethan Bonner, he did get beat, but he broke up a bubble screen. And I thought he played well also. Again, the defense just played well. Anthony Weaver being on the sideline is big for me. I like it when the coaches are actually on the sideline to talk to players, not in the booth. So seeing him actually on the sideline was really nice. And he timed his blitzes well. There was a play right before Atlanta scored their field goal. He called a blitz. Quentin Bell, who has been a star throughout camp, he came in unblocked, made a great play to force an errant pass. And again, for the most part, the defense played a lot better than expected. They were winning on third downs quite decently enough. The red zone defense was extraordinary, and they consistently made stops on third down. It was really refreshing to see. Again, the big name is Patrick McMorris. I'm going to keep an eye on him throughout the rest of the preseason. And again, he exceeded my expectations tonight. Jason Sanders, he went 2 for 3 from the field tonight, including one from 58 that he absolutely drilled. That was the first one he made. He made one from 46, and then he missed one from 58 that had the leg, but just accuracy was off. I do think that this goes to show the importance of consistency for every position. It's the first time for Sanders in the last few years where he had holdover from the holder position, and man, did it show. Thompson threw a bad pick in the first quarter as well. I don't literally no idea what he saw, but besides that, he played well. Mike White, I felt like left stuff on the table. He had a good scramble in the fourth quarter, but besides that, kind of was expecting more out of him. Jalen Wright played really well in the backfield. His first 4 carries went for close to 30 plus yards and a touchdown, and then he had a play where he caught a quick screen and flipped field for a nice big gain. Again, just playing really well from the rookies. I'm not necessarily shocked, but man, it was fun to see these guys just go out there and prove themselves. Patrick Paul as well, he played really well. It was fun to see him. I don't have a lot of notes on him, which is a good thing because he's an offensive lineman. The better they play, the less they typically get talked about. So I don't have a lot on him besides that he just played really well. Chris Brooks, second-year guy out of BYU, he played well also. He showed what he can do last year a little bit, particularly the Giants game last year. I feel like he's going to be a practice squad guy for us, but I do really like what he can bring to the table as more so a power back. And The final piece I'll mention is two final things I'll mention. Malik Washington had an end around that took 20 plus yards. He played well in the chances he had. It is hard to kind of get a gauge on receivers in preseason because for the most part it is second and third string quarterbacks throwing him the ball, and for the most part it doesn't typically go the greatest. We saw kind of that a little bit tonight. And the final thing is right before the end of the first half, Channing Tindall had a great blitz and laid a nice hit on Taylor Heineke. And it feels so good to see Tindall doing something on the field. He's been fighting since getting drafted to like have a chance on this roster, and he had a chance tonight and he made a nice play. Tight ends also got more action in the passing game. It was good to see, but we'll continue. But I'm more so waiting for the end of preseason to see how that goes. But yeah, that was just some quick thoughts on preseason week 1 for the Miami Dolphins. Again, great win, close one, but I like what I'm seeing. We'll see how much holds over week to week in preseason and then into the regular season once the starters get playing. But yeah, next week they play Washington back at Hard Rock Stadium. There's a chance I go live for that one. I'll keep y'all updated. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe. You know the whole drill. Leave a like. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.